Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Once again, Mr. Speaker, I promise that I shall be quite parsimonious in responding to the bill. I shall conclude with lightning rapidity. Mr. Speaker, I must indicate very clearly that I support fully the Land and House Tax Amendment Bill. And I do so with a clear focus, Mr. Speaker, on what this bill means for St. Lucian families and households across our country. At the heart of this bill, Mr. Speaker, is a simple but powerful principle. The family home should not become a source of financial distress. By extending the waiver of residential property tax to include the year 2026, this government is continuing a policy that has been in place, one that deliberately shields families from an additional layer of taxation on the homes in which they live, raise children, and care for elderly relatives. For many St. Lucians, Mr. Speaker, the family home is the single most important asset, often built over many years, sometimes generations. This bill recognizes this reality. Residential property tax is a direct household cost. By extending this exemption, families retain more of their disposable income and are better able to meet essential expenses such as food, utilities, education, and healthcare. Vulnerable households, Mr. Speaker, including pensioners and fixed income earners, are also protected from the risk of accumulating tax arrears. This measure is particularly important at a time when families continue to face cost of living pressures and broader economic uncertainty. It is a global reality that we are navigating as a small, open, and vulnerable economy, some harsh external currents. And basically, the type of policies that have been put in place in this country will help cushion the impact. And so people even feel they're living in a first world economy, Mr. Speaker, sometimes, because we are managing the economy properly whilst easing the squeeze on the people of this country. This measure is particularly important at a time when families continue to grapple with the objective reality of providing for their loved ones. And this government of compassion will do any and everything, Mr. Speaker, within the parameters of the law and in keeping with sound economic management to ensure, Mr. Speaker, that the people can survive while the government collects revenues to finance its expenditure. The continuation of the residential property tax waiver provides reassurance, stability, and predictability for households across the country, Mr. Speaker. The bill also reflects responsible and targeted fiscal policy. The exemption applies specifically to residential property, ensuring that relief is directed to ordinary households while maintaining the overall structure of the land and house tax system. Ultimately, this amendment demonstrates that tax policy is not only about revenue, but about people. It reflects a family-centered approach to governance and a commitment to easing the burden on those who form the backbone of our country. So, Mr. Speaker, honorable members, the Land and House Tax Amendment Bill 2025 supports St. Lucian families in a direct and meaningful way. It protects the family home, reduces household financial pressure, and reinforces the government's people-centered approach. I therefore commend this bill to this honorable House, Mr. Speaker, and of course invite my colleagues to go along with the Prime Minister in adopting it. Mr. Speaker, I yield the floor, and as I do so, I want to wish my constituents of Labrie-Auger the very best for the season and effect a positive entry into 2026. And we, collectively are going to continue the development of our constituency, because leadership is just one part of the equation. Collective leadership is also important, and therefore the collective effort of my constituents, I'm sure, will continue to propel our constituency forward, and whilst we replicate that in all the other constituencies, we'll have a stronger country and a better people. I yield the floor at this juncture, Mr. Speaker.